Hey guys, it's Bench175, and I just wanted to share something I learned recently about my CZ P-10F and Federal hollow points, or Federal HST ammo. So this ammo right here. One time when I was reloading my gun after doing some laser ammo shooting, I got a failure to feed with that ammo. And so what I found out is, if you look here, you can see there's quite a bit of play in the barrel when the slide is open. And if you look in there, you can see the chamber moving up and down. And what can happen is, when the chamber is all the way forward in that play, it actually makes the chamber rise higher relative to the bullet. And so when you go to chamber, if the barrel is tilted forward like that, and you can hear the barrel will move depending on your gun orientation. If you drop it, you'll see that the hollow point was too low compared to the chamber and actually failed to feed. My first guess was that this was happening because of the super high spring pressure in my extended magazine, but this is also happening in the stock magazine. And it'll happen for the first 5 rounds through the magazine as well, at least, is what I tested. This surprised me because, like I've said in other videos, I've shot through a whole box of Federal HST through the CZ P-10F, and there was not a single stoppage. And I've shot over 600 rounds of FMJ through this without a single stoppage. So I googled this, and I found one Reddit post called CZ P-10F feeding problem. And they showed a picture showing exactly what's going on here with Federal HST as well. And they also said the problem was happening with Gold Dot. So I wanted to try, I got some of this ammo, Hornady Critical Defense, because as you can see, the shape of the bullet is very different from, so this is one of the Hornady Critical Defense rounds. And you can see it's a lot sharper. So in a lot of guns, this will be more reliable than Federal HST. From this angle, you can see how the front of the HST bullet is wider and more likely to catch on the bottom of the feed ramp compared to the Hornady FTX bullet. Another reason I was surprised was because I've seen videos of people shooting CZ P-10s with HST and they were having no problems as well. And even that Reddit post mentioned when he was firing, he wasn't having any feeding problems. Only just that very first round to chamber. So I tried to induce the malfunction with this Hornady Critical Defense, and it actually did on the first round of the magazine, so the last round to fit in. It actually gave me the same problem even with this Critical Defense round. But on the second round, so I just took out this HST round from this magazine. So now this is 23 rounds. I can't induce the malfunction even if push down on the round to just make it angled as low as it can go, and I lean the gun forward, which makes the barrel go all the way forward and up. That feeds very reliably, and I've tested this about 10 times, and it fed every time on that 23rd round of the magazine. So it seems with the Critical Defense at least, it's only when it's the tightest round, so the hardest round to feed. In most cases, it's only with that tightest round that it's giving me problems and I can induce the failure. I haven't been able to reproduce the failure with the 23rd round. So yeah, let me take out that 23rd round and I'll load it fully with a Critical Defense. And I'll show you the malfunction can still happen even with a Critical Defense. So yeah, that last round is super tight to get in here. And even if I don't try and induce the malfunction and just reload with this pointed upward, it still catches on that Critical Defense round. However, if I take that round out, now the spring pressure isn't so high. And I try to induce the failure again. I'll show you. Pushing down on this, pulling the barrel all the way forward, it feeds. So ideally the CZ would be able to load every round of the magazine, no matter if it's hollow point or not. So I'll be contacting CZ and see what they say, if there's anything they can do about it. What seems to be the issue is how low the magazine sits inside of the gun. Like you can see, it's like right at the bottom of the feed ramp. So I don't know if they can make improvements in the future where the magazine sits a little higher and is more in line with the barrel. So I just thought to try something. Let's see if we can induce the failure with a FMJ round in the fully loaded magazine with a +5 extension on it. So let's press down on that round. Okay, so even with the FMJ, we're getting the failure in a very tight magazine. Let's see if this happens with the stock magazine. So I have the stock 19 round magazine, which is itself is very tight on that last round. So if you drop the slide with the barrel forward, okay, with the stock magazine it didn't do it. I'm gonna keep doing this and see how many times I can do it and make sure it doesn't fail. So I've tried to induce the failure with a fully loaded stock magazine, the 19 round magazine, 10 times now, and I haven't gotten it to fail. It's fed perfectly normal. So what I would say is, if you're going to use a +5 extension from Shield Arms, I would deload the magazine, even if I'm using FMJ. So by deload I mean, even though this can hold 24 rounds, only use it stored with 23 rounds. And if you're going to continue to use hollow points in your gun, then I would make the switch to something like Hornady Critical Defense, where it has a sharper angle, which is probably going to be a little bit more reliable to feed. Alright guys, I'll keep you guys updated on what CZ says. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.